Go to the website aplusstudents.com. Once you're on the website, you need to select math as your subject. This is a grade 5 math lesson, and the name of the topic is multiplication. Multiplication. I'll give you the chapter number and the lesson number. The chapter number is 11 and the lesson number is 20. Chapter number 11 and lesson number 20, and the name of the lesson is box multiplication. Okay, so let's go to the topic. Let's see what we have. See, what we need to understand in box multiplication is if a number is written as 13, let's suppose 13, can we write 13 as 10 plus 3? Hi, Semi. In box multiplication, what we would need to do is, if a number is 26, we have to break the numbers. We would say 20 plus 6, right? And we know the rule for multiplication for numbers ending with a 0, right? So we can say that any number, our inspiration, we can break any number into two numbers, right? So let's say if the question says use the box method to find, okay, just a minute. I'm just copying partial of the question, okay. So for this particular question, if it says, if we need to use the box method to calculate the product, okay, multiplication is known as product, okay. So for question number 1, what they're asking us is 14 is to be multiplied by 58. So can we say 14 can be written as 10 plus 4 is 14, and for 58 it can be written as 50 plus 8, right? What we are doing is we are multiplying 10 by 50 over here. We know that 1 multiplied by 5 was 5, and we put the 2 zeros. Agreed? Now what we do next is 50 is multiplied by 4. We know that 5 multiplied by 4 was 2, right? 20, 5 multiplied by 4 was 20, and we put another 0. Agreed? For the next one, we can say 10 multiplied by 8. We are multiplying 10 by 8. 1 multiplied by 8 is 8, and we put a 0. And for the last one, we can say 4 is multiplied by 8. That was 32. Agreed? So what is 500 plus 200? That would be 700. And 80 plus 32 would be 80 plus 32 would be 0 plus 2 is 2. 8 plus 3 is 11. 112. When we add these numbers together, 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 1 is 1. And 7 plus 1 is 8. Agreed? So this should be the answer. Let's verify if the answer is correct or not. If we say 58 was multiplied by 14, When we multiply, 4 is multiplied by 8. Hi Yusuf, hi Semi, hi Inspiration. Okay, hi Rebecca. Okay, 4 multiplied by 8 was 32, right? So we write a 2 and we carry a 3. 4 multiplied by, focus. Rebecca, Yusuf, please focus over here. 4 multiplied by 5 was 20. 20 plus 3 is 23. When we multiply the tens, we put a 0. 1 multiplied by 8 was 8. 1 multiplied by 5 was 5. And we add the numbers together. 2. 8 plus 3 is 11. And 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay, so we get the same answer, right? This answer and this answer is exactly the same, right? So today what we would be doing is we are applying the box method to find the answers. Okay, it's okay. Yusuf, stay here. Okay, Yusuf, give me the answer to the next question. Help me out. Okay. Okay, for the next question, let's find the answer. Yusuf, help me out. Okay. For question number 2, let's say we need to use the box method to find the answer, right? Question number 2, use box method. Okay, I'll remove the values which have been given to us. Okay, I'm removing these values so that we do it from the scratch. Okay, it's okay. No talking, Semi. Yusuf, what is 6 times 3? If we are multiplying 60 by 30, right? 6 multiplied by 3, Inspiration. Let's focus, please. 6 multiplied by 3 was 18. And we had 2 zeros. So we simply put 2 zeros. Agreed? Perfect. Because we had 2 zeros, 1 0 and 2 zeros. So we add 2 zeros to it. 1800. Right? 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. And it was 60 multiplied by 30. Since there were 2 zeros, 1 in 60, 1 in 30, we put 2 zeros. 1800. What is 6 multiplied by 3? 6 multiplied by 3 is 18, and there would be 1 0 because it was 60. Agreed? Okay, let's move on to the next. It was a 4. 4 times 3 is 12, and there 30, it was 30, so we put 1 0. And 4 times 3 is 12. Agreed? Perfect. Thank you, Sami. Thank you, Inspiration. Okay. What is 1,800? Okay. 1,800 plus 120? 0, 2, 9, 1. So we can say 1, 9, 2, 0. If we add these numbers, and when we add these numbers together, 180 plus 12 would be equals to, yes, thank you, Iman. Yusuf, what is the answer? 0 plus 2 is 2, 8 plus 1 is 9, and 1. It comes out to be 192. Agreed? Let's add them together. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. We carry a 1 on the hundreds. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. We carry a 1, and this comes out to be 2,112. Let's verify. Okay, if we need to verify 64 is to be multiplied by, we are just verifying, right? To verify, to see if our answer is correct. Perfect. Thank you. When we multiply the 3 on the units, 3 multiplied by 4 was 12. We carry a 1 to the tens. Okay. Okay. Let's verify this. The next example I'll do step by step. Okay. 3 multiplied by 8, 3 multiplied by 6 is 18. Understand? I'll explain it in detail. 3 multiplied by 6 is, yes, Yusuf, we can. 3 multiplied by 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. When we multiply with the tens, we put a 0. 3 multiplied by 4 was 12. We carry a 1. 3 multiplied by 6 is 18 and 19. So when we add them together, we get the answer 2. 1 carried. This is 1 and 1. We get the same answer. Agreed? Yes, I'm doing the box part again, okay? Okay, let's do the box part again. Let's try a different question. And let's see how we can do the box part, box method. Okay. For the next question, it says, in question number 3, they're asking us to solve a multiply 37 by 37 by using a box method. Okay. Some of the information is given to us. I'll remove this information, right? Okay. What they have done is, if this number was 37, right? So they broke this number into 30 plus 7. Okay. Let's make this as, change the number over here. 37 into 25. Okay. So we can say 25 can be written as 20 plus 5. Agreed? Yusuf, focus over here today. Okay. Inspiration. Look over here, please. Okay. Becca, let's do it together. Okay. See, what they have done is they've broken down the number 37 into 30 plus 7, and the number 25 is broken down into 20 plus 5. Okay. Let's see. Inspiration, you asked me to reply, repeat the question, right? I'm repeating it for you. Okay. No question. Okay. See, now what we need to do is we need to multiply these numbers together. Okay. The first numbers we have are 30 would be multiplied by 20. 30 multiplied by 20, then 20 is multiplied by 7, right? See, I'll write it down over here. This would be 30 multiplied by 20. 3 times 2 is 6, and we have 2 zeros, right? The next one, what we are doing is 7 is the number here, multiplied by 20. That means each number would be multiplied by each number. 7 times 2 is 14 and 1 0. Agreed till now? For the next one, 30 is multiplied by 5. 30 is multiplied by 5. That means 30 is multiplied by 20, 30 is multiplied by 5. Then 7 will be multiplied by 20 and 7 multiplied by 5, right? That means each number is multiplied by every other number. Okay, 30 multiplied by 5 would be 3 times 5 is 15, and there was 1 0, we simply put a 0. And for the last option, 7 multiplied by 5. What is 7 multiplied by 5? Yes, inspiration. Please put your question. What's your question? Okay. See, what I'm doing is I'm writing the values of the first one. I did 30 multiplied by 20, then 30 multiplied by 5, 30 multiplied by 20, 30 multiplied by 5, then 7 multiplied by 20, then 7 multiplied by 5. Is inspiration? I'm waiting for your question. Please give me a question. Okay. Now, if we have these 4 values with us, right? Can I say if I add 600 plus 140? So we know that 600 plus 140 would be 047, right? It comes out to be 740, the total of these numbers. What about these two numbers? When we add them together, it is 150 plus 35. 5, 8, and 1. This should be 185. Agreed? Okay. We did the rule. I'll tell you the rule. When we have a rule for numbers ending with a 0. So your question is, why did we write 30 multiplied by 20 to be this answer, right? Okay, so what we are doing is, let's count this number of zeros. How many zeros we have in this? We have 2 zeros, right? Agreed? Till here? In 30 multiplied by 20, we have 2 zeros. Okay? Let's multiply 3 multiplied by 2. Let's skip the zeros and multiply the numbers now. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. And how many zeros did we have? We had 2 zeros. We simply apply 2 zeros. Perfect. Okay. In the next example, that was 7 was multiplied by a 20. How many zeros do we have over here? We have 1 0. Agreed? Let's multiply 7 by 7 by 2. What is 7 by 2? 7 multiplied by 2 would be equals to 14. And how many zeros did we have over here? We had a single zero. So we make it 140. Okay, this becomes 140. Okay. This is the rule for multiplying a number which is ending with a 0. Okay. Do we agree on this? Perfect. And 7 multiplied by 2 was 14, and there was 1 0, so we simply put 1 0 at the end. Okay? So now what we have is 600 plus 140 was 740, and 150 plus 35 was 185, right? Now we add them together. 0 plus 5 would be 5. 4 plus 8 is 12. We carry a 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 925 is your answer. When 37 is multiplied by 25, your answer comes out to be 925. Okay, let's do. Okay, Rebecca, no problem. Next question, I'll explain it from the scratch, right? No problem, no worries. You'll ask me to repeat as many times as you want, right? Let's do the next one. Okay. Just let me copy the question. I'll repeat the question, okay? I'll repeat the working, no problems. For question number 4, they're telling us to use a box method, okay? Use box method, okay? Okay, wait, don't worry about it, okay? The number written over here was 59. Can 59 be written as 50 plus 9? Rebecca, can 59 be written as 50 plus 9? We can break 50, right? We can write 50 plus 9. That is 59, agreed? Becca, I'm explaining it again. Can 59 be written as 50 plus 9? Okay. Then 97, can we say the 97 is written as 90 plus 7? Can we write 97 as 90 plus 7? Agreed? So what we do is semi inspiration, let others focus, okay? So what we need to do is the first things first. This 50 over here will be multiplied by 90 and 7, both of these numbers, okay? So we can write 50 multiplied by 90, and we can write 50 multiplied by 7, okay? Becca, do we agree over here? This 50 at the top is multiplied by both the numbers on the side. Agreed? And then this 9 over here will be multiplied by both the numbers on the side. Okay, so can we say 9 is multiplied by 90 and 9 is multiplied by 7? Okay, agreed? That means one time the 50 was multiplied by this, 50 was multiplied by this, then 9 was multiplied by 90 and 9 was multiplied by 7. Agree? The rule for multiplication, okay? Yusuf, I need to read the statements, right? I need to read the messages of other students so that I know where they're having a problem, okay? Thank you. See, the rule for multiplying numbers ending with a 0, 50 multiplied by 90. How many zeros do we have? We have 2 zeros, agreed? We have 2 zeros. 9 times 5 is 45, and we simply put 2 zeros. Therefore, this answer comes out to be 4,500. Okay. The next one was 50 multiplied by 7. 50 multiplied by 7. How many zeros do we have? We have 1 0. 5 times 7 is 35, and we simply put 10. That means this comes out to be 350. Okay. The next one. The next one is 9 multiplied by 90. 9 multiplied by 9 is, we have 10, and 9 multiplied by 9 was 81. There was 10, we simply put 10. It comes out to be 810. And for the last one, 9 multiplied by 7 is basic, 63. So what is 4,500 plus 810? If we add these two numbers together, they will come over here. 0, 1, 3, 1. It was 5,310. Agreed? And what is 350 plus 63? If we add these two numbers together, 311, 413. When we add the numbers together, what will happen? 0 plus 3 is 3, 1 plus 1 is 2, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 5, right? So now we know that when 59 is multiplied by 97, our answer comes out to be 5,723. Agreed? Okay. Rebecca, do we agree on this? Okay. For the next question, let's say for the next question it's given as, okay, for the next question what they are doing is they are giving us a 3-digit number. Valerie, wait. Okay, they have changed the question. What they have done is, in the previous question we had both the numbers were 2-digit numbers, right? But now what they've done is, in question number 5, they have used one 3-digit number and they're using one 2-digit number. Okay, so they have changed the digits for the question. What they are doing is they're saying 50, right? 50 can be written as 50 plus 0, and 291 can be written as 200 plus 90 plus 1. Okay, so what happens over here is 200 was broken down into 200, 90, and 1, whereas 50 can be written as 50 plus 0, right? If it's a 0, we can skip the column also. Okay, so now what we need to see over here is if these values were missing. Okay, I'll remove these values so that we can do it from the scratch. Okay, from the basics, we'll do everything. What is happening for the first value is this 50 is multiplied by the first number, that is 200. Then 50 is multiplied by 90. Okay, and then 50 is multiplied by 1. For the next set of values, this 0 is multiplied by 200, 0 is multiplied by 90, and 0 is multiplied by 1. We know the rule that whenever 0 is multiplied by any number, the answer would be 0, right? So they all become a 0. We have to look at this option. 200 is multiplied by 50. How many zeros do we have? We have a total of 3 zeros. Agreed? And 2 multiplied by 5 was 10. After 10, we simply add the 3 zeros. That means it comes out to be 10,000. What is 50 multiplied by 90? How many zeros can we see? We can see 2 zeros. And 5 multiplied by 9 was 45. And we simply put these 2 zeros over here. It becomes 4,500. What is 50 multiplied by 1? We know that 50 multiplied by 1 would be, we have 1 0, and 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. We simply put the 1 0, that is 50. Agreed? When we add these numbers together, it becomes 10,000. 4,500 plus 0 is 4,500. And 50 plus 0 is 50. When we add these numbers together, 0 plus 0 plus 0 is still 0. 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 5 still 5. 0 plus 4, this is thousands. And the answer comes out to be 1,000. Okay, the answer comes out to be 14,550. Agreed? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sami. For the next question, let's see it. Let's say they have given us, it says use a box method to simplify and find the answer. I'll keep this on the screen and we'll do the next question. Okay. Just a minute. The question number 6 says, use box method. Okay. I want you people to try this. Okay. I'll just remove some values from here. I'll give you some time to try. Okay. Let's try this together. If you have this and this. Okay. Let's try this question. Okay. Can I be excused for a minute? Please try this question. I'll just continue. Okay, so what are the answers we have? So we broke down the number 55 into, I'll do it. If you are done with this, I'll continue with the question. Okay. Inspiration, forget about that, right? Let's focus on this. Okay, Yusuf. Okay, we can say that we had a 50, right? This was 55. 55 can be broken down into 50 plus 5. Agreed? No arguments. Okay. And the next one is 57, right? 57 57 can be broken down into a number ending with 50. Ending with the 0 is 50 and 7, right? So we can write 50 plus 7. When this 50 is multiplied by both the numbers, inspiration, 50 is multiplied by both the numbers. Can we write 50 is multiplied by 50? Can we say 50 is multiplied by 7? Becca, do we understand this? Okay. For the next set of values, can we say this is 5? That needs to be multiplied by both the numbers on the left side, okay? So we say 5 is to be multiplied by 50 and 5 is to be multiplied by 7. Agreed? Can I have the answer from any one of you? Okay. 359. 350, right? Okay, let's see which one is 350. When we say we are multiplying 50 is to be multiplied by 50, we can say we have two zeros, right? We have two zeros. That means 5 multiplied by 5 is 25, and we simply add two zeros. That means this comes out to be 2,500. 50 multiplied by 7, perfect, that is 350. That is 35. And we had 1 0, right? We had 1 0, so we put 1 0, this is 350. 5 multiplied by 50 would be 5 times 5 is 25, and we simply put a 0. Okay. Normally, focus on this. Som, is there any question? Som, do you have any question over here? See, what we are doing is we multiply 50 by 50, we get this answer. 50 multiplied by 7, we get this answer, right? And this one would be 5 into 7 is 35. Now what we are doing is, we multiply 5 by 50, we get 250. 5 by 7, we get a 35. Okay? Okay. Okay. When we add these two numbers together, 2,500 plus 250 would be 057. That would be 2,750. And 350 plus 35 would be 0 plus 5 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, and 3. That would be 385. When we add these numbers together, this would be 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. We carry a 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. We carry a 1, and this is 3,135. Agreed? So this is your answer when we are using a box method, okay? Let's do a few questions from the test. Okay. Let's do a few questions from the test and let's see what can we do. This is grade 5, 11, 20. Just a moment, please. I need to go to grade 5, chapter 11, lesson number 20. Let's begin the test. Okay. For this question, they are saying the answers given are, by using a box method, the answers given to us are, these are the two possibilities given to us. Okay. These are the two options given to us. Let's see which option is the correct answer. This is question number 1 from the test. Inspiration, can I have the answer? They have done the partial of the working for us already, right? Can we have the final answer? What should be the, Millie, what should be the answer? See, what they did was, then the question was 64. They broke it down into 60 plus 4. The next value was 33. So broke it down into 30 plus 3, right? 30 plus 3. 60 into 18 is 1800 plus 120. So we can say when we add these numbers, we'll get this answer: 1800 and 120, 0, 2, 9, 1. And how about 180 plus 12? 291. What should be a final answer? Option A or option B? See, just by looking at these values, the answers were 1920 is to be added to 192, right? When 0 is added to 2, we get a 2 in the units, right? That means 5 is not possible. This is your answer. You do not even have to solve it completely. The number ending with the 2 will be your answer. Agreed? Perfect. Thank you. This would be 1, 1, and 1, 1, and 2. Agreed? Option A was your. Okay. Yes, thank you. That was a typing error. 2112 is the final answer. Okay. So let's try the next question. In question number 2, they are saying that 14 is multiplied by 58. This is our question number 2 from the test. Use the box method. They've already done the working for us. We just need to pick which option is correct. 500 plus 200 would be 700. 80 plus 32 would be 112. So question number 2, the answer would be, see, the options given are 812 and 215, right? It cannot be 200. Why? Because we already have 500 and 200 in the options. They've been added together. The answer would be greater than 700, right? Perfect. Thank you. That means option number 1 is the correct answer. The next question, they're saying 37 needs to be multiplied by 37. They've done most of the working for us. Inspiration, focus over here, please. Which option should be correct? We can say 900 plus 210, 0111, 1110, and 210 plus 49, 952. Option number 2. Perfect. Thank you. This is 9631. Okay. It's quite easy, right? Please try the remaining questions. Okay. We are done with 3 questions. There are a total of 12 questions. Try doing the remaining 9 so that you have a better idea of the topic. Okay. Thank you so much. Best of luck. Have a nice day. Okay. Take care. Bye.